gave me an STD. I was so afraid for the life of my child. They were saying that the baby could die, have brain damage.
Your wife is pregnant, carrying your child?
Your child.
And you're out having sex with somebody else, unprotected, and coming home and having sex with your wife?
It wasn't intentionally to risk my child's life.
Okay, when you got the STD, did you know it?
I didn't know.
Did you tell her you had had sex with somebody else?
No, I didn't.
Did you know you were married?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know anything about condoms?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you use them?
Wrong point in time, man.
Your wife's fault about that too, huh? Because she wasn't there to put it on you?
If she would have been there, I wouldn't have been hanging out. If she would have been there, I wouldn't have been hanging out.
Okay, so if she would have been there, you would have been hanging out. But you were hanging out. Now, what stopped you from using the condom?
Wrong place and time.
Whose fault is that?
My fault.
Oh, really?
I'm accountable for my mistake.
You finally accept that it's your fault.
I always did.
Risk your child's life?
I didn't risk it.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Using unprotected sex with another person, not knowing whether she had disease or not, knowing that your wife was pregnant and that at some point you were going to go back to her and have sex with her. That wasn't risking your child's life and your wife?
At that point in time, I felt it wasn't.
You didn't think about it.
Exactly.
You didn't care.
I cared, but I cared about she should have stayed with me. That's what I cared
So you
about.
want to prove a point?
Get it back. Get me back.
I wasn't trying to prove a point. I was her husband. I was there when she needed me. I wanted her.
You were not there when you needed me.
When I needed her.
So since she didn't stay with you, you were going to go out and just let it all hang out, literally, just letting everything hang out.
It was the role that's who I was when I was younger. That's who I was.
And he was not there for me. He still hung out with his boys until.
Your Honor, I never.
What happened after the disease? Did you?
I ended up taking him back. We got back together, and after I had my first son.
Any problems with your child?
No problems. Thank God. And I got pregnant 4 months after I had the first child.
So you had the first child and you remained together?
Remained together.
In the separated or?
No, we were together. We were in Hawaii.
I'm saying, but were you on the same island or were you living somewhere else?
Yeah, we were living together. We were still together. I forgave him and we worked it out. And then a couple months later, after that, I come to find out he had another baby. He goes to Texas. Your Honor, he borrows $600.
Every time she hits the lazy's bombshells, you having that justification. You say now you find out he has another child.
Another baby.
That he had during the marriage?
Not admit to this day.
That he had during the marriage?
It's a month younger than my baby.
Then your first child or your second child?
My second child.
Your Honor, she's making this up. She's making it up.
Your Honor, he goes. How am I making it up? Okay, this is how it happens.
Hold on a second. Let me hear.
He borrows money from a mutual friend. Borrows money. Flies to Texas. He's telling me he's going to Guam, right? So I'm thinking he's going to visit his other friend in the Air Force. He says he's going to Guam. He ends up in Texas. Come to find out, he's there with this girl, 17-year-old, mind you, having a baby.
A minor?
Minor.
He flew to Texas to be with her while she was giving birth?
Giving birth, Your Honor. We
and
were still together.
Was a month before yours.
I'm thinking it was the day before Valentine's Day.
This baby is not my baby.
It just has the middle name and the last name. The same middle name and the same last name.
So
I have 3 kids with my last name. 2 boys by her and a daughter by another woman in Pittsburgh. I have no other kids. I have 3 kids all together.
So this woman that she's accusing you of having a baby by a month before hers is not your child?
It's not mine.
Your Honor, I found letters.
And you've never had anything to do with this lady?
Never.
You don't know who she is?
Me and her were friends. That's it.
Your Honor,
but you never had. Hold on.
I never had. She was too young.
But you
I never had sex with her.
And she's not. This
is not my baby.
Your
this
Honor.
is not my. I have 3 kids.
Your Honor.
You know what that sounds like? It reminds me of Michael Jackson's song, Billie Jean is not my child.
Wait a minute, Your Honor. I found
That's
letters.
What it sounds like.
I found letters from this woman.
None of the letters
saying
said
how much
I had
she
a
loves,
baby.
how
None
much
of the
she
letters
loves
saying it was my
Chandel.
baby.
Hold on a second.
How much she wants to be with Chandel. How much she can't believe that she got involved with the married man this way. I found pictures of the baby.
And the woman saying that it's his child?
It never said that it was his child.
I'm the Godfather. That's why she sent me the picture.
She told me
I told her this a long time ago
that this was his baby.
Now,
she
wait a
told
minute,
me out
Mr.
of
Washington,
her own mouth.
First of all, it's not unbelievable, and I've heard over and over and over, men deny once the woman is pregnant and gives birth, that's not my child. Now, you even have more reason. You're married, she's underage, and you claimed you were going to visit friends.
It was my friend's baby. I was the godfather. I was there.
So if you're the godfather of this child the mother is so in love with you,
That's
so
what I'm-
infatuated by you. Hold on a second.
She's making this up.
Excuse
She
me,
wasn't
Mr. Washington,
infatuated.
let me ask a question.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're the godfather of a child, why can't your wife know that you're the godfather?
I told her this. She don't believe it.
But when did you tell her? After she found the letters?
After I found
and
the
after
letters,
she
I
found the
found the
pictures?
pictures.
I told her the whole time. When
No,
I went to Texas, she called me in Texas.
No, Your Honor,
the
I did
whole
not
time
know
I was
about
in
this
Texas,
Godfather
Hold on,
stuff
Mr.
until
Washington.
The
I
whole
let him
time
tell
I
me.
was in Texas, I pleaded my case that I'm the godfather. And that was it.
So why didn't you call Miss Washington and say, you know what? Mary is pregnant. And John, hold on a second, whoever their names are, these are made up names. Mary is pregnant. And John, who's the father, has asked me to be the godfather of the child. I'm so honored. Why didn't you tell your wife that?
I told her this
When?
over and over again.
When? Before or after the birth?
I told her this
No, he
girl was
didn't.
pregnant by my best friend.
Okay, you told me
And
that.
that was the truth. And I lied
Did you
about
tell
where
her?
I was supposed to go, but because I wanted to go see my friends. And
Does
this is the
make
friend
sense?
she didn't want me to hang out with
Your
in
best
the barracks.
friend's baby's mom is in love with you and infatuated with you
She's
and can't
not in
believe
love with me,
and can't
infatuated.
believe that she's involved with a married man.
And so that's the note you read.
That's the note. The
Where'd you
notes
find
that
those letters?
In my house.
Well, this is crazy. The dude started a family and immediately turned it into a medical emergency. She worried about her baby's health and he's out here collecting consequences. This is not cheating. This is just reckless. Putting a pregnant woman at risk like this is beyond selfish. And the dude says that he cheated on her because she was talking to her mother on the phone too much. Like, really? You cheated because of AT&T? So instead of communicating with his wife, he decided he was just going to communicate with other women. Imagine blaming infidelity on a family phone plan. And here's the part that actually hurts. She took him back. She forgave him, tried to move forward, and thought the worst was over. And that's when she finds out he has another baby on the way. Not later, not years down the line, a baby born 1 month after their child. Dude wasn't cheating, he was running a synchronized schedule. And not only did he get another woman pregnant, she was 17. So while his pregnant wife was home scared for their baby, he was booking flights. And the dude thinks that everyone's gonna believe him. He says he never slept with the minor. Okay, then why are you flying to Texas to hang out? People don't cross state lines for friendships they had nothing to do with, especially if they're 17 years old. And he claims that he went there to be the godfather of the child. Okay, then why did you lie the first time when your wife found out? I myself do not buy this guy's story whatsoever. I do believe that he definitely was doing mattress polo in a criminal way. And I think that this lady does deserve justice.
Where are the film?
I don't know. I
Ain't
have
no
idea.
film. See,
He
she
took-
making it up.
I developed this roll of film.
And what did you see on it?
Pictures of this baby. The baby's still in the hospital in a little cradle with the name band around it. Take
That
the
has
picture.
his name?
I couldn't see it. I tried my very hardest to try to see it,
Nope.
but
But the lady
Nope.
called you and said that this was his baby?
I made up a lie to try to get the woman to try to tell me some information. So I called, and she's like, yeah, the baby's name is blah, blah,
She's
blah,
lying.
Shandell Washington. And she said, yes, it is. I said, well, what's the birth date? February 20th, something, something or other, which makes it a month younger than my son.
Well, now this best friend, that's his.
I had no idea. I'm
Hold
like,
on a
well, let me
second.
take
He
this-
says the man, the father of this child that you believe is his best friend. Don't you know the best friend?
I know the best friend.
Well, so did you ask the best friend? Is
He
this
would
his
not
child?
let me talk to him. I'm like, well, just let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
And to this day,
he's
you haven't been able to
he's in
talk to
there-
the best
He's
friend?
in there talking to the girl's mother. Let me talk to him. Prove it
She
to me.
called-
Wait a minute.
that-
And to this day, you haven't been able to talk to the best friend?
Never. I
And
talked
how
to the
long
girl.
has that been?
Probably like 98, like a year now.
A whole year. And you still haven't been able to verify?
And if you really care, when you try to prove it, like, okay,
I
talk
proved
to the
it
girl.
over
talk
and over
to
again.
talk to my best friend.
Over and over
Find
again, I
out.
proved it.
How did you
So
prove
if
it?
you're the
How
godfather now,
prove it?
did you go and have this child christened and take your wife and you? If
No,
you're the
he ain't never
godfather,
seen the baby
I-
yet.
I flew
like
back
he
to
hasn't
Hawaii
seen
with
his
her.
kids, my 2 kids, since July.
Because she said
He
I
has
can't see him.
not seen. Why did I say you cannot see him? Because you're not taking care of. You walking around with new
Your
tennis
Honor,
shoes
I
on.
play-
I have to struggle
I pay
every
child
day.
support.
No, how much
wait a
child
minute,
support?
hold it.
I
We're
pay
get-
child
hold-
support.
hold. We
You
get
pay
into
$33 in child
Mrs.
support.
Washington, hold on. We moved to another subject already. You all are really fired up today. Mr. Washington, your justification for this telling the lie that you were going to Pittsburgh to see a friend as opposed to, saying you were going to Guam and you were going to Pittsburgh. That's because she left you again. Is that what you're saying?
No, I felt since she left, I can go somewhere.
So why did you have to lie and say that you?
Because she would, I would have had an argument.
Wait a minute, but
with
she's
her.
all the way across the country
It
in
doesn't
another
matter.
state. So why do you have to lie?
Because she still argues with me. I don't like to argue.
Okay, so she argues, but you're going to get on the plane and go anyway.
Exactly. If she can go home, I feel I can go somewhere.
So then why you couldn't tell her exactly where you were going?
I told her when she called me.
That you were going to Pittsburgh to see a friend.
Texas to see a friend.
Did you tell her what friend you were going to see?
Yes, ma'am.
He did not tell me that. I found all this out on my own, Your Honor.
I told her when she called me.
Oh, when she called you and caught
At the
you in
girl's
Texas.
house, yeah.
When she called me in Texas.
And
You called him at the woman's house? Is
He's
that what
so
you're
stupid.
saying?
He used the same travel agent that I use. I called the phone company, got the number, because this phone number, he talked about the phone bills, how much I called my mom. He raised the phone bill $300.
Wait a minute, just tell me about you called the woman's house and he was there?
I said, can I speak to Chandel? She said, hold on.
She said, hold on.
Then a half an hour later,
So she wasn't
gets
hiding the fact that I was there.
Because she's stupid. She's 17. She don't
I
know
was
no
there.
better.
I
But
was
Mr.
there.
Washington.
Wait a
I
minute.
was the Godfather. Why?
Mr. Washington,
Why
why
you
do you have
gotta
to lie to your wife?
He had
Exactly. I could have told her, don't tell nobody I'm here.
No, but she's saying that she didn't tell, the woman didn't tell her you were there. She played detective.
Yes,
and did a little
I
But
sleuthing
she
and got
called.
the
But she's in
information.
Pittsburgh. I'm in Texas. I could have said, don't tell nobody I'm here.
You know what? And
They
you could
did.
have
She
said that, but you know what that woman would do?
She did.
That woman wanted her to know that you were there.
Exactly.
Your Honor.
Because I'm the
Think that she was not
Godfather. There
gonna
wasn't
tell
nothing to
her.
hide. There was
Your Honor,
nothing to hide.
Your Honor, she came back on the phone. He's not here. She came
just said,
back on
hold
the phone.
on.
A
She
half
just
an
said-
hour
she
later,
said, hold
after
on.
she said, hold on,
She
listen
said-
to me.
she said, hold on.
You
Here
didn't
he
finish.
is.
You
She
said,
said, hold on. Half an hour later, she comes back on the phone.
you
Half
held on
an
the phone a half hour?
Yes, I was not hanging up that phone.
That,
She said, he's not here. I said, you know what? I will call there every 5 minutes until I talk to your parents, because I know she was only 17. I said, I will call there every 5 minutes and talk to your parents and tell them that you got a grown 24-year-old man there with 3 kids, a wife. She was like, hold on, here he goes.
Oh, then she gave you the
Then
phone.
she handed me the phone.
She had enough
Then
sense.
she
She
handed
made-
me
she
the
made
phone.
She
this
had
up.
enough sense that she wasn't going to get in
She
the middle of
wasn't
this.
gonna get her-
What are you doing messing with a minor?
I wasn't.
But this is where his story falls apart really fast. A full private investigator mode is initiated, and the 17-year-old breaks her lie pretty much immediately. Erica calls the other woman's house while he's supposedly there. Full private investigator mode is initiated. A 17-year-old answers the phone and says that he's not here, and she basically goes full-blown, I'm gonna tell your parents what's going on, and immediately after hands the phone to Chandel. That's not a coincidence, that's pressure producing results, in my opinion. People don't hand over phones that fast unless something just got real, and I believe this is enough evidence to break down Chandel's story completely. If nothing was happening, there would be no panic handoff. That response wasn't casual, it was urgent. It was, I don't want mommy and daddy to find out. That's the sound of a story collapsing in real time. You don't go from, he's not here, to, here, talk to him, unless the truth just showed up. I myself believe Erica 100%, but whose side are you guys on?
I was
Your Honor,
there. I was
he-
the Godfather.
he knew he
Me and
was
my
wrong.
friend was there. That's why she gave me the phone.
He
It wasn't
had a
no half
total
an hour
different
later.
name.
I got on the
Baby-
phone. I said, hello.
Mr. Washington, so then explain, since you're the Godfather, her naming this child after you.
That's a lie, too.
The baby
She told
is
me a
not
lie.
named after me.
So
She's
that's not-
making this up.
So your wife is lying.
Yes, she's lying.
All right, move on, because you're not going to tell the truth. What can I do for you? Because I'm
Your
tired
Honor-
of hearing this.
Your Honor, last Christmas, I didn't get anything for my children for Christmas from him. He had a job. He says he was paying a car note, our joint car that he decided that he was going to take. He did not even get them a small toy like that, Your Honor. And this Christmas, I want my kids to have a better Christmas, and I would like $300 to help me get my Christmas stuff together. That just
For the
goes
children?
For the children.
But it's your fault that they don't have anything. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's my fault. Everything's my fault, Your Honor. Everything's my fault.
Mr. Washington?
He's walking around with
Your
new
Honor.
tennis shoes on.
Your Honor.
New boots.
This is from now.
I struggle
This is
every
right-
day
this was
to
last
get my
year.
kids new
No,
pairs
she's
of
saying
shoes.
this year she wants $350, 300 or 350?
300.
What can you do for your children for Christmas?
Whatever I can. If I find a job, I'll give them a Christmas present.
And
But
if you
I
don't,
don't
you
have
want
the
them
money, I
a
can't
Christmas
do
present.
anything.
Again, so a whole year. And you
Anything
still
else?
Not,
If I can't find a job, I can't do anything for them.
Well, you know what? You want to tell me anything else, Ms. Washington?
Your Honor, first of all, he has a job. Because I just went back to apply to get the money from the courts again to start taking it out of his check to attach his wages.
I don't have a
I called his job.
It's-
I called his job Monday. I said, does a Chandel Washington work there? She said, yes, he does. I said, okay, thank you.
You're a pretty good detective, huh?
Yes, Inspector Gadget.
So let me get this straight. This man will fly to Texas to see his godchild, but won't pay for his own kids or buy them a Christmas gift. Dude, generosity has a zip code limit. He's got money for plane tickets, but not for presents. This man said, I support from a distance, just not that distance. The dude is basically Santa Claus for kids who aren't his. Christmas came early in Texas, apparently. Meanwhile, his kids got excuses. I just can't stand this guy, but do you guys agree with me?
All right. Now, here it is, Mr. Washington. All I've heard from you today, most of the things that has happened in your life, you have shifted the blame and you have put it on other people and made excuses for your failures to do what you're supposed to do and to take complete control of your life, right? You don't need any more babies, especially if you're not working regularly and you already have 3 and maybe 4. We'll find out later. But Christmas is coming. And your goose is not getting fat, it's getting thinner. So I have to give you an incentive. And this is the incentive. $500 to Mrs. Washington for the sake of the children in the next month. Whoever, I don't care. If you can have clothes and shoes and be supported, so can these children. Your problem, you figure it out how you get it. If you don't, you're facing contempt of court. That's the order of the court. And I know, I have not a doubt in my mind that you can come up with $500 if you so choose to do so and if you work hard at it. That's the order of the court. Court's adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
At the end of the day, this case wasn't about the excuses, it was about patterns that this guy had. Erica forgave Chandel after cheating, only to discover that he had a baby born a month after theirs. And he even flew to Texas for that child while refusing to support his own, for Christmas for God's sake. He blamed his infidelity on phone calls with the mother-in-law, and kept changing his story every time the pressure rose. Whether it was the Godfather excuse, the suspicious phone calls that forced the truth out, or the selective priorities that somehow covered plane tickets but not Christmas gifts, the judge saw basically what mattered in this case most: actions over words. This wasn't one decision, it was a repeated irresponsibility with real consequences. I believe that this case is closed 100% and this guy deserves all of the verdict that this has. You don't just fly to Texas to see your 17-year-old, Godfather child and then not tell your wife, and then when she calls you, then you tell her and then you lie about it then. Why do that? No one's doing that with their wife. So in my opinion, this guy is a sleazebag. I want to know your thoughts on this case though, so let me know in the comments down below.